Hi guys, and welcome to today's AlakazamLive. We are, as always, joined by our very special guest. Well, he's not a very special guest anymore, is he? It's Wayne Goodman. Here he is.
Yeah, I'm not really a guest anymore, am I? I'm sort of I'm like the lodger that won't leave.
Yeah. Do you know what? People don't understand this, but I gave you a login code a couple of years ago, and you literally live in my computer now. Whenever I turn it
Yeah,
on, you're there.
this never gets turned off. This is always on. And I'm glad, like at 9 o'clock at night when I get out of the shower, you're not there because nobody needs that. I mean, that will haunt your dreams. But no, yeah, I'm always here. That's the point, isn't it? You know,
Well, I
you
just
never
want
know
to.
when you need a bit of Goodman.
Yeah,
You never
that's
know.
it. You never know. You never know when you need a bit of Goodman. Right, I want to say before we get started, a big, big thank you to everyone that has followed us on Facebook. Believe it or not, we are now at the point where we have to buy a new counter because we're at 66,087 followers, and our counter will only go up to 99,000. And at the rate new likes are coming in, I think we're going to hit that by Christmas.
Yeah.
If everything goes well. So keep liking the page, guys. Well, I know if you've liked it once, that's it, you've liked it. But we will be
Yeah,
getting a
don't
new.
unlike it.
Yeah, don't unlike it. And another thing that Harry said, now I don't know what this is about, but apparently there's an option now to send stars. So you know when
Yeah,
you used to do the hearts
I've
and
just been looking at that, but it costs to send the stars.
oh, does
I
it?
don't know what. Yeah, so it's not much. So to send like 100 stars is like 90p.
Right.
So it's not a lot. I don't know what the deal with that all is, or where that goes, or. But
Yeah,
yeah,
I
there is an
don't know.
option to send stars, and if you send more than 200 stars, it says it will pin my comment so that everyone will see it. So it will like make my comment more prominent.
Wow.
So yeah.
That's good. And the other thing I want to just mention before we get into this today's live is if you haven't downloaded the Alakazam app yet, download it. It's on the Apple App Store and Google Play. Just search for Alakazam, I think, and then the app comes up. You see our logo, download the app. And basically the app makes it far easier. There it is, bottom left-hand corner or whatever it is, the AlakazamMagicUK Magic app. It makes it easier to shop from a mobile device. But more than that, we can actually, and we tested this on Sunday and it was great, we can go live to the app. And I've got plans for exclusive app live shows. So it will only go out to app people. So download the app. I'm looking at a weekly review show where I'll be reviewing the top 5 sellers every week. So I'm planning that. That's going to be going live in a few weeks, but it will only be shown in the app. You'll get a push notification telling you I'm going to be going live, and then you'll be able to join me live when I talk about the tricks and stuff
Nice.
like that. But we've got quite a few little bits planned, and if you're new to Magic as well, we have got something happening. It will be early December, I think, with Harry and Wayne, where they're
Oh
going to be
yes.
going live into the app and maybe onto Facebook to talk about the amazing Magic range. And you know, if you're looking to buy a present, a Christmas present for someone that's getting into Magic, or you're getting into Magic and you want to, I don't know, impress the grandkids or whatever around the Christmas table, Harry and Wayne will be going through the amazing Magic range, demonstrating some of it and talking about some of it for you.
It's going to
So
be a good one.
make
That'll be one to
sure,
watch. That'll be
yeah,
one to watch just for the fun of watching it as well.
yeah, yeah,
So, yeah,
it's
it's
going
going
to
to
be
be
fun.
plenty of fun.
Also, the other thing is we will soon be announcing the day of the Christmas party. Now, if you haven't joined us for an Alakazam Christmas party before, it happens live on YouTube and Facebook, and we usually give away over £1,000 worth of magic live on the evening. And you can watch it from anywhere in the world. You did miss it last year.
I was gutted. Yeah, brilliant Santa though that you had. That was a brilliant.
Santa was great. To be fair, I preferred the Santa to having you here, because you missed him only by a couple of minutes, because Santa walked out and then you walked in.
I don't know what happened. And there was, I didn't see him outside. He must have gone from the roof. He must have gone, you know, boom.
Well, we had to rush off. He had stuff to do.
I think he heard I was coming.
So, right, we've got another special guest sitting here right in the studio with us that I'm going to introduce in a moment. But before that, I just want to let you guys know as well, tonight at 7 p.m, we have got our annual Tackling Terrifying Taboos. If you haven't been to one before, it happens online within your Alakazam account, and it's a night of spooky magic where Jamie Dawes joins us. He's going to perform a show, then he explains exactly how everything works and how he put the show together. And to tell you a little bit more about it, I've got a little video. So we'll drop that, Wayne, and then we'll be back.
I'll be here.
Okay, here we go. Here's a trailer for Tackling Terrifying Taboos.
Shh, listen. Can you hear them? The truth is, they want you gone. Those items you brought, it turns out they were worth a lot more than we all originally thought. It was so sad what happened. It was such a lovely building. I'm so sorry you all had to go through it. But I guess you have come out of it on the other side. Anyway, back to the job at hand. I've been given the arduous task of determining the history of these items and valuing them for you. That's why I summoned you all here today. So let us begin.
For the past 5 years, the Alakazam Academy team and I have been putting on an evening dedicated to the strange and the macabre. On this, the 6th year of Taboos, I've taken some of the ideas in previous courses and expanded on them, making them bigger, better, more ambitious and scarier than ever before. Using some classic theatre techniques, some gorgeous handmade props and some video mapping, I've created a truly unique, one-of-a-kind experience. This year I'll be joined with a live studio audience for the performance at the seance table, and then like normal we'll break everything down and the Alakazam team will be on hand to answer any of the questions you might have. So, if you're a Taboos veteran, or this is the first time you're coming, I can't wait to see you this year at Tackling Terrifying Taboos 6, You're Dead.
Let me bring myself in. There we go. So that is Tackling Terrifying Taboos. That is happening tonight at 7 p.m. You can grab your ticket on our website. The tickets are $24.99. And don't even worry if you can't make it live, because everyone will get a recording of the evening delivered to their account, so you can download it, keep it and enjoy it forever. Also, if you haven't had one of the Tackling Terrifying Taboos from the previous 5 years, we've got a special deal running at the moment. It's going to end on Friday, I believe. You can buy all 5 for only £100. That's a saving of nearly £100. and it's great.
And they're
And you'll-
great.
yeah, they're really, really good. If you like your spooky storytelling magic, there's so much information there. And where we're coming up to Halloween, a lot of people are putting on spooky shows, so that is great. Right, I just want to say a few hellos before we go over to our special guest. We've got the amazing Mike Tyson by TKO. We have got Tom Rolfe, we got Kevin Bowman, David Hand, Andrew McCory, Kenneth Beaton, Dr. Moggs. We have got Clifford joining us. Dr. Moggs. Yeah. I don't know
Awesome.
Dr. Moggs. We have got Ian Raymond Walker, Sean Mann, Martin Pierce. We've got John, we've got Robin, we've got Troy. Welcome everyone, even if I didn't say your name, welcome. Mike Tyson by TKO says, looking forward to Jamie's event in a few hours. Quick question, has there been an update on Fortuity by David Jonathan? I know it's coming out, but wasn't sure when it is. It is coming out. We've got a new version of it coming out actually. I'll be honest with you, I don't know if we're going to have time to get it ready for this year, but it's certainly slated for either the final quarter of 2022 or the first quarter of 2023. So it's slated in our line of releases, but we've got so many releases coming up, even between now and Christmas. We got so many, and we're already working on our releases for the first and second quarter of next year. So there's so many good things happening. I want to say hello to Michael as well, who's watching us from Fort Wayne. We got quite a few people from different countries watching today. I should have made a note. So if you're watching from anywhere apart from England, because we know where you are if you're in England, if you're watching from any other country apart from England, put down in the chat where you're watching from and let us have a look.
I'm just on here as well. I'm just having a look at some of the comments.
Right. So we've got this. So imagine it's not in stock. We are, however, taking pre-orders for it. And we are due some, I believe, this week. We get a batch in every 2 weeks because they're quite difficult to make. And I'll be honest with you, if you don't pre-order it, chances are you won't get one. Because by the time they come in and all the pre-orders are sorted out, we put it on the website and they go within minutes. So the way to secure yourself one, if you pre-order now, you'll get one from the next batch coming in, which hopefully will be by the end of this week. So hope that answers that. And oh, we've got a Texas watching. That's Robin. We've got Canada, our good friend Tom
Fort
Rolfe.
Wayne is Texas, I believe.
Yeah, it is.
Fort Wayne is Texas.
So let's introduce our special guest. And this is a special guest. It's not like Wayne. This is a special guest. We'll introduce our special guest for today, the amazing Mr. John Carey.
Hi everybody.
How are you, John?
Hey, John.
I'm okay. Well, the last few days have been very indecisive, but I'm okay now. I think. I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm all right. Yeah. How are you guys? All right?
Oh my God, it's like you've been talking to Goodman.
No, that would have been a good gag if you'd been talking to me. I've not been well done. I had about a week back.
Oh, please stop. The pair of you.
The past, the present, and the future walked into a pub. It was tense.
Right, okay, we're going to stop this now. I should have known.
Wigwam and a teepee on 210.
Right, I should have known better than to have you both on at the same time. Right, so we've got Robert Rathbone says, good to see you, Mr. John Carey.
Hello, Robert. Good to see you. Good to see everybody here today from everywhere. UK, the States, Texas, and Lord knows where, you know, and Hope you guys are well and enjoying your magic. And thanks, Pete, for asking me down.
Yeah, well, you're always welcome down here. We've got Austria as well.
Austria.
So, John, you're down here for a specific reason. You've just got back from America, actually, because you spent a bit of time out in America, and then you've come back down here. So we've got an effect coming out of yours that you had previously released. We've redesigned it, and we're going to be filming the instructions for it later on today. Hopefully it will be out at some point next week. Great little packet effect, which we'll talk a bit more about next year. Next week. But you're going to show us a trick today, but you're down here to film the instructions for this new effect, and you're filming a couple of new downloads, is that right?
Yeah, maybe one or two other things as well. I'm staying over tonight and Wednesday and at the premiering, and so I'm looking forward to hanging out with Peter and Harry and Andy, and see Jenny later at Jamie's Terrifying Taboos evening. I'm really looking forward to that, because one of those that I've seen before on not live but on catch up, Mrs. Nardi was absolutely scared witless, like, you know, and yeah, so it'll be fun. So, and Pete said I can sit around the table as Jamie does a show. So yeah, I went over to the States. I didn't stay as long as I'd planned because I saw the warnings of the hurricane. So I did 2 or 3 lectures over there, which were a big success and a lot of fun. Got to go down to St. Petersburg and a couple of other little places, and but the humidity out there was killing me. It was really, really hot, but the weather really put the dampeners on it. And when they get storms over there, they really do. Their thunderstorms are like, oh, you know, it was like a laser light show. But I came back before those hurricanes hit the Tampa area and further along the coast there and everything. But I had a good time. I'm safe, I'm sound, and I'm back, and I'm pleased to be back here at HQ and having a bit of fun with you guys, you know. And we are filming something to do with the effect Peter alluded to. We'll do that once we've wrapped up today, and I think you guys will like it. The new artwork is absolutely beautiful. Mr. Adi Gower of Monster Creations has really done a great job, as he always does. And yeah, so anyway, I've run out of words. What's next, Pete?
Well, it's it's going to be great, and I'm looking forward to the downloads as well. But yeah, John's going to be joining us on the Academy tonight, so if you're watching the Academy, you'll be able to see John hopefully getting frightened as well. But remember, guys, as well, if you haven't done an Academy before, we have got a chat room in there, so you will be able to chat to other people that are watching, other magicians that are watching, and you will be able to ask questions. So once we're doing the explanational side of the evening, you'll be able to ask questions, and we can feed them over to Jamie. And tonight, Wayne, you are, is it tonight?
Well, tonight I'm performing in New York.
New York?
I'm in New York tonight, 11 o'clock UK time. I'm performing with the infamous, he's a lovely guy, Tommy Burnett.
Yeah.
New York's favourite mentalist. He's an inspirational guy, amazing magician. And I'm in his show again this evening at 11 o'clock. And then tomorrow night, I am in, where am I? Oh yeah, Northampton. Northampton, or that area, Wellingborough I think it is. Actually, let me just bring it up. I'm at the Magic Room. So if you're in that area, you'll know the Magic Room. Let me just find out the actual address. Where is it? Here we are. Magic Room. Yeah, it's in Wellingborough, Great Doddington, which is just a little tiny village just outside of Wellingborough. It's for the Magic Room. If you search up Magic Room, Magic Society, Wellingborough, then you will find it. I think there's a small charge if you are not a member to attend. But I will be hosting a ALAKAZAM dealer dem and lecturette thing. I teach a couple, show a couple, sell a couple. Cool. Very good. I'm very excited. And I've got our newest release in the bag as well.
Brilliant.
So I've got the blessing with me. So it'll be the first time I've done it. But I've been performing it loads, and here's my one here. I love the blessing. It's such a great trick. Yeah, so that's tomorrow night. So if you're in the Wellingborough, Northamptonshire area, and you want to come and see it, drop a message or message the Magic Club, the Magic Room, and come down and say hello.
Perfect. That would be great. So talking about latest releases, I've got a trailer here of an item that we released last week. It didn't. Some of the items you'll see won't be a live launch item, so they're not something that we do on our live launches, but they will be launched. Chances are we'll most probably launch them on special sort of lives like this. But last week we released Ian Bailey's fantastic one card Monty, sort of based on this, that and the other effects, but I think using the words one, I think just brings you a lot of humour built into the routine. If you haven't seen it, I'm going to drop the trailer now, and then we're going to come back and John Kerry's going to show us a trick. How cool's that?
Ooh.
Right. So
he looked like he didn't know about
that. Yeah, I haven't told him yet. Right, here we go.
Hello everyone, this is my new release with AlakazamMagicUK. It's called One Card Monty. Okay, so you may have seen this game that you play in the streets. You have 3 cards and you have to mix them up and you have to find where the queen is. Well, this is a slightly different version of that, okay? You have to let me know if you've seen this one before, all right? The first card is, well, 1. Seen that one before? Yeah? Good enough. So I carry this one. The reason why I carry this one is I was out one time, realised I left my one at home, and then I thought, you know what, I never want to be without one. So I always carry this one with me, and then I've always got one on me, which is great. And this one fits in your pocket, which is also very handy. So I've got this one. Weirdly, I've actually carry a spare one as well, in case I lose this one. I actually prefer this one to this one, but once I use this one up, I can then use this one instead. I'm going to mix these up. Now, when I mix these up, don't keep track of these. Instead, follow this one. This is a really fun colour Monty routine, or 3-card Monty routine, that is guaranteed to get laughs and gasps all in one. It uses these cards, these 3 cards, each one very clear writing on there in different colours, but not only that, these cards are made of plastic, which means you can put these in your wallet and you don't have to worry about them getting damaged. They can get wet at the pub or wherever, and you can still use them. You can use them again and again. They'll last a long time. If I mix these up, now, if I wanted you to lose, I could make you lose. Not that I'm that type of person, but I could do if I wanted to. So if you were to say the bottom one, you'd be wrong, because there's actually 1 there, right? If you were to say the top one, you'd also be wrong, because it's 1 there. And the one in the middle is also 1, right? So you can't win, because actually each one is the same 1, if you pardon the pun, apart from this one. Right, so I've got this one here. I've actually also got this one here. I don't know how you missed that. And I've also got this one in the middle, okay? So let me mix these up. Now, if I was to really spell it out for you, you'd feel like there's no way you could lose. For example, if I was to show you the top one is 1, and the second one is 1, it would make sense that this one is this one. But it's actually not. It's the other one. My name's Ian Bailey, and this is One Card Monty. So make sure you pick up this one, or that one, or the other one. Whatever one it is, make sure it's one of these.
Right, so that is One Card Monty by the amazing Ian Bailey. Chris makes a very good point here. You need to be on the AlakazamMagicUK mailing list to guarantee never missing any launches, especially those not on the live launches. If you're not a member of our mailing list yet, pop over to our website and join up. Because we let everyone know when we got things like live launches, special offers, and if you've got the app, you would have seen that we are running some app only offers almost on a weekly basis as well. So download the app. It's totally free of charge, but it will make shopping so much easier for you. If you're shopping on a mobile device, it's easier than using the website, a lot quicker as well. And plus, like I said, we can stream in there as well. But that's One Card Monty, which I think is brilliant. I've been doing that a lot.
It also, if you're using the app, it means you don't have to keep logging in, because the app will keep you logged in. If you go to your browser and log into the website, you might find yourself having to log in every time you visit, but with the app, it will keep you logged in, and so it's a much quicker, easier, more streamlined experience.
Brilliant. Good stuff. So, Johnny boy, have you got a trick for us?
Which one?
Anyone you like.
Anyone at all?
Yes.
Not that one I talked to you about earlier, no?
No, not that one. Another one.
Oh, God. I really like that, by the way. I'll be honest with you, Peter and Wayne and everybody watching. I saw that one. I watched that one last week and I thought, you know, but actually seeing it again today, no more one jokes, I actually really like it, Ian's take on that. And the fact that the cards are plastic is a good one because, you know, I know what it's like from working when I used to do restaurants and strolling pay gigs years ago. Things like Colour Monty and other packet effects you use regularly, the cards get soiled and after a while you just have to trash them because they're just regular playing card stock. But you know, yeah, I could see myself picking up that one and maybe trying that one when I have a bath. I just hope I don't drop one in the bath, you know. Do you want to see a trick anyway, yeah?
Yeah, we'll see a trick. I'm going to bring you up full screen, or I can bring you up and you can do the... do you need an assistant for this? Someone to help out?
I would actually like you to help me, actually, Pete, if you can stay on screen. It's more of an interactive thing.
I'm going to bring you and Wayne up. You ready?
Okay, then.
Oh, it's me.
Oh, that's me and Wayne. Where's you and Wayne? I did set up a screen with you and Wayne.
Look at those stars on his wall.
Hang on 1 second. Here we go.
Keep you all up there if you want. I don't care. Oh, that's
there you
fine.
Go.
Yeah,
it
that's
makes
lovely.
you a bit bigger.
Oh God, I don't want to be any bigger. I want to lose weight. Okay, a little interactive effect, Wayne. I hope your mind's in good sync today. So it'll be a lot of fun. Yeah. The numbers are good stuff. Can you hear me there clearly?
I can.
Yeah, great. Now, Wayne, numbers are form an important part of everybody's lives. I mean, you've got the number on your house door, your bank card, your mobile number, your lottery number. So the list is endless, yeah? I think you'd agree with that, yeah? In fact, we're going to play a little game, a little mind game with you, yeah? And I think you'll enjoy this one. I shouldn't have watched that trailer earlier, should I? If I was to ask you to just call out a random number, say from 1 to 10, out loud, so me, Peter, and all his customers and friends around the world know what you're thinking of, what number would you call out?
8.
8, but it could have been 2, 9, any number is possible, yeah? I'm going to deal from this shuffled deck down to your number like this. 1, 2, 3. Actually, it'd be a bit more mysterious, I think, if we do it face down. What do you reckon? Yeah, a little bit more mystery, yeah? So, 1, 2, 3. And we arrive at that card there, okay? Now, every pack of cards, Wayne, has 4 of a kind. You've got 4 aces, you've got 4 tens, 4 twos, and you've got 4. What number did you think of?
8.
8. But you could have thought of any number, right? But you've got 4 of a kind, yeah? Just imagine, purely in your mind, not physically, just in your mind, that you're holding the 4 8s, yeah? That's the 8 of hearts, the 8 of clubs, the 8 of spades, and the 8 of diamonds. Just purely in your mind, you don't have to do anything physical, yeah? Some are red, some are black, but we don't need them all. So in your imagination, do you take out the reds or the blacks?
Take out the blacks.
That's the 8 of clubs and the 8 of spades. Which one of those two do you give to me?
Clubs.
Okay, leaving you holding just one card now in your imagination, the 8 of spades. But that could have been the 8 of hearts, the diamonds or clubs. And remember, you could have thought of any number. And remember at the beginning, I shuffled the cards. And using your imagination, you formed a random number before you played the main imagination game, and you said 8. But then you formed, further in your imagination, you formed the 8 of spades. How impressed would you be if that card on the table was the 8 of spades?
Very impressed.
Well, hopefully I'll get close. Actually, I can't get any closer than that.
Ooh, hello.
Thank you very much indeed. Good job, Wayne. You have great imagination.
That's really good.
Thank you.
Really nice. You've got a few good comments coming in as well. You've got John Kerry's the man. Hi John, any new stuff in the pipeline?
That's new.
Lots of great comments. That's great, John. Is that from one of your books or is that a new piece?
No, that's about 3 days old.
Right.
Wow. Yeah, just I was messing around one night with the cards and having a rather nice Jack Daniels and Coke. I blame Peter for my addiction to Jack Daniels and Coke. I used to only drink tea, but when I've met the Nard stuff, oh, it's been downhill ever since. No, but I was just playing around with 1 or 2 things and using a concept that I love. And yeah, I mean, I just wanted to try and create a thing where a card on the table ends up being a named card. And obviously there's always trade-offs with that kind of effect. And yeah, that's just a little recent little thing that's super practical, and I think it's pretty strong. It's the first time I've given it any airtime. I hope you enjoyed it, Pete, and Wayne.
Great. Yeah, I like it. Yeah, it's great.
Practical thing, you know, and no angles or anything to worry about. Yeah, I'm pleased you enjoyed it.
And talking of JD and Coke, that's my favourite JD and Coke.
Very good.
Is it?
Jamie Dawes and Coke.
There you go.
Yeah, boom.
I just thought I'd get that gag in. I had it on my phone, so I thought I might as well do it.
Not another one, though, please.
No, that's it.
That's the last one, yeah?
That's the one. Well, Jamie's going to be turning up about 5, 6 o'clock to finish off the setup for tonight's show. Now, we have got a couple of more videos to show. One of them is, actually, we'll do one of these ones first. Every day, Harry puts a new video up on our socials. So if you don't follow us on things like Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, you don't get to see these. And some of these are great. They're all really funny. Harry does a great job of them. But the thing is, what we found is as soon as he does a video of something, we just sell out of them straight away. So the best thing to do is get yourself on our socials, watch the videos. And he also looks at tricks that are a bit older. So a lot of the time it's going to be stuff that you guys may have missed as well, which I think is really interesting. So we did one this morning actually, me and Harry, so I'll play that one first and then we'll talk about another product that's coming out. It's on pre-order at the moment, but it looks really, really cool. I showed both Wayne and John it this morning. Wayne instantly ordered one. But it's great. So let's have a look at this little video that me and Harry did this morning, and then we'll come back, have a chat, and then we'll show this other one.
Puzzle time. Right, Dad, loser of this puzzle has to clean the shop. Fair?
Right. Yep.
Okay, perfect. Right, magic wand. Check the magic wand, make sure there's nothing inside yours.
No.
And check mine, make
Yep.
sure there's nothing inside that. Right, all you have to do, very simple, do exactly as I do. Take your feather duster,
Yep.
which you'll be using in a minute because you're going to lose. Place it inside the wand and just push it all the way in.
Yep.
Let it fall.
Yep.
And now all you have to do is 1, 2, 3, turn it upside down, snap your fingers, and now somehow the feather duster turns itself around the right way.
Right.
Okay. Well, worked for me, didn't it? Right, we'll try it one more time. Right, do as I do. Take your feather duster, place it inside the magic wand, just like that. Yeah, push it all the way in.
Yep.
Now put your hand on the bottom. Ready, turn it just once. 1, 2, 3, just
Yep.
like that. One snap. Take it out, turns itself the right way up.
No.
Right. You lost, you do the dusting. Unlucky.
Oh, God.
Missed a bit.
Really nice.
That is great.
Nice.
Yeah. I love that.
I love that bit at the end. He gets every time and he goes, missed a bit.
Yeah.
That's lovely. Is that brand new, guys, or is that like something that was out for the kids' entertainers, family entertainers years ago with new props? Or
I think it's an old thing. I mean,
great.
Wayne would know better than me, but I mean, how much fun would you have at a kid show with that?
Yeah, and it's a lot nicer than I've got other versions of that, like with the bottles. I've got the ketchup version. But if I've got like for me, if I'm saying, like the other day I did a birthday party for this little girl, and there were a couple of kids who were smaller, younger, like siblings, I don't really want to be giving them a bottle of Coke or a bottle of ketchup or whatever, and their little hands are there with that. They could do that in their hands. I would do it reverse, though. I would do it so I lose and they win with the little ones. And yeah, it's an old idea, but they look. I think I had that version years ago, but that version that Harry's used looks a lot better and better constructed than the one that I had.
And do you know what? I think it's. I'm not 100% sure. I think it's under a tenner.
blimey, that's cheap as
Really?
chips.
I think it's under a tenner.
Do you know what that one's called?
I can have a quick look. You chat away, and I'll have a quick look.
Hello, John.
Hello, mate. You're right.
How's your leg now? Is it all right?
Yeah.
Chat away.
Look, a playing card, Wayne, a playing card, yeah. The 7 of hearts, and I'm going to put it down on the table, yeah. Boom. Yeah.
Nice.
Still working on it. It's an old idea. You just have the card on there, And it's like the Marlowe visual retention move, and what you do is you come over, and as you cover there, you just let that drop and you come forward. But if you get the angle right,
yeah, that's lovely.
you've got a nice vanish of a card.
That reminds me of that vanish on your leg where you pinch it, so you have it like that, and then you pinch it with the corners, you take it off.
Yeah, well, you've got the rubber wave vanish, haven't you, and all that kind of stuff. The rubber wave vanish, that's nice.
I remember seeing that at a convention. I can't remember the person who did it. We were just in a group session, and they did that on their leg. They said, "Oh, what's this?" They did it on their leg, and they rubbed their leg, and it vanished.
Yeah.
And I remember looking and going, I saw it there. It was the best retention I'd ever seen.
Really?
And I was like, well, that's amazing. Just so, you know, it was, for me, it was on par with the first time I saw Crazy Man's Handcuffs. You know, you just sit there and go, I don't have a clue what's just happened there.
There's a little bonus for you and everybody watching while Peter's sorting the techie side of things out. It's an old Harvey Rosenthal move. I'm going to riffle, you say stop.
Stop.
Okay, and remember that card, yeah? Okay,
yep.
And we'll just drop that into the middle, like that. What was the name of your card?
Ace of Hearts.
And you've controlled it to the bottom,
Boom.
something like
Yeah,
that.
that's lovely.
It's a lovely
Really
move.
lovely.
You just riffle down, you raise your hand to show whatever, the king of clubs. As you do that, you get a pinky break there. You come back down, and it's like a reverse glide. You've got a pinky break there, you show that king of clubs, you come down on top of that packet and that card, and immediately slides. Now you've got an X card there. You slide that X card off. There's the card now. You dribble about half of those, drop that in, drop that on top, and Bob's your uncle. And Bob's your uncle. You've got a nice bottom control. Yeah. So,
that's really good. I'm going to see if this works. So hang on 1 second. We'll give this a go. Let's see if it works. If we do, is this going to work or is this all going to go crazy? That's all going to go crazy. So that's not working. But it is called the Do As I Do Plumes by Mr. Magic. It is £8.72.
very cheap.
£8.72. And you know what? You could do that anywhere, couldn't you, Wayne?
Yeah.
It's just a really fun bit.
Not just children either. I reckon you could do that for adults with a twist in the presentation. You could do it anywhere, literally.
Yeah. Yeah, I think so.
You guys are going to love this close-up thing that we saw earlier. Wayne picked up one, Peter said. It's a beautiful thing. You guys who do family restaurants. That's all I'm going to say. No spoilers. It's really, really nice.
Right. So, John, I've got a few people that have asked stuff.
What, for me?
Yes.
Please, go ahead. I'll try my best to answer.
Okie dokes. So some of these are just comments. John's stuff is always great. Love my luck is yours. Wow, he's a genius. 3 days to create this effect. It wouldn't have taken him 3 days. He created it 3 days ago. Most of it took him 5 minutes because John's a machine.
About 10 or 15, then I started getting tired, so I turned the light out.
It's like Daniel's kicked in.
Yeah. John, Dr. Mogg said, how the hell did you do that?
Oh, thank you.
John Williams said, can we download that effect, John?
Yeah, once we filmed it tomorrow, possibly, we'll have a word with Pete.
So that will hopefully be up on our site maybe end of next week, depending how time for editing goes.
Yes, if Pete wants to go ahead with it, that'd be lovely. Yeah. If you guys like it, it'll be a pleasure to do it for you. And one or two other things tomorrow, as soon as I'm staying down here, as I say, a couple of days.
Yeah, we'll get a few things in the bag. Michael Lawrence said, I've learned a lot from John.
Thank you, Michael.
I was with Roman Armstrong earlier, and we went for a cup of tea in town. And I have to say that you were going down to the shop today, and he said that Prime Time Carey was one of his first ever magical purchases.
Oh, the double disc set me and Pete did. Yeah, that was good fun. That was. Yeah, I think that was a double disc set, and we did Essential as well, Pete, a double, didn't we?
Yeah.
And yeah, they were fun days.
Yeah, they were great DVD. It's a shame that the multi-trick DVD is sort of now a thing of the past.
It's all one trick stuff now, Pete, isn't it, pretty much? I mean, Owen, our friend Owen at BBM says it's one trick only stuff at the moment. That's what the market that's what the market demands, and that's what it gets, really.
Yeah.
Well, actually, I disagree with that a little bit, because one of the things that we do is like the academies, which is, it's not a DVD, but it is a multiple trick or routines and things. So I think there is still a market for it.
Yeah, I mean there is, but it's not like for the physical DVD product that people used to get, the tangible thing. It's like when vinyl went and then CDs took over.
In the music world, yeah.
Yeah, it's a weird thing. It's a shame because I love having the tangible.
Well, me too. I mean, when I was in Florida recently, I did 2 or 3 lectures over there, and not just ahead of time, I got our friend Phil Smith, who does all the design work for my books and everything and formatting. I got him to knock up a postcard, "Welcome to Florida," with a QR to my books, and I thought, well, I'm not sending stuff out. I'm going there first and foremost for holiday. The fact I'm doing a couple of magic lectures is neither here nor there. Actually, they sold really, really well. I was pleasantly surprised. People were actually buying digital media. Okay, but they were actually getting a physical thing to take home, Peter, even though it was only a postcard.
But it is that physical thing.
That
people like.
Rather than me sort of saying, "Oh yeah, and it's $60. Come over here, please. What's your PayPal? Oh, cash. Thank you very much. What's your email address?" And me physically sending a digital link. It just doesn't feel right,
Yeah.
Whereas a postcard, okay, it's a compromise, but Lisa's just said it is something physical and something tangible. And you, God, this thing's itching my ear.
It does. When you first start using them, they're a bit weird.
Yeah, but the colour changing earpiece available from JC Magic. What was I going to say? It's come out again. Yeah, at least we've got the advantage of the online academies. Young Jamie tonight, little old me. I'm doing one next month. I think it's the 17th of November, and I love doing those because I find you've got that live experience where people, and I always say, any question related to the material, doesn't matter. Don't think it's silly. Ask me, and people get a chance, to ask those questions live if they are live. And people can watch it on catch up if they're in a weird time zone in the world, which conflicts with 7 o'clock UK time, and so on and so forth, And also, Peter, you won't be surprised by this, but a number of people, I've lost count of how many academies I've done for you in the company over the years.
Yeah.
But I get follow-up questions after academies, usually within a few days, a week or so after academies, where people say, "Hi, I really enjoyed," or "Could you just clarify something you mentioned on the academy?" And provided I'm not running around doing a million and one things, it only takes a couple of minutes to reply to somebody. I actually enjoy that as well,
Yeah.
Keeps the customer sweet and and helps people because they've spent 20 or 24.95 whatever, and I think it's the least we can do to help people. But yeah, I miss the old days with vinyl and all that stuff. It's funny though, you've got people in the music, Pete, who buy. You can actually go and buy vinyl, can't you?
It's coming back.
It's coming back.
Very expensive, but coming back.
If I just stand up for 1 second. My Charlie went into town the other day, and she's really getting into her music. She's got a guitar and stuff, and a bass guitar now. And she came back with the Carpenters.
Oh.
And it cost her £3 for a charity shop.
I had that years ago, my dear old mum Maureen used to love Karen Carpenter and the Carpenters. What a voice that lady had.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, the movie with, I can't think of the name of the actress, is on Prime at the moment. It's a great TV movie about the Carpenters. But yeah, 1974, 1978, nice little vinyl record. Charlie wants to put this up on her wall and keep the vinyl inside and take it out and put it in and stuff. So yeah, I think they are going that way.
Well, also Tune wasn't around when the late Karen Carpenter was in her prime, but she'd put a lot of the so-called singers today to shame. Just what an amazing voice.
Yeah, it's great. But we need to get back on the subject of magic. So with the with the multi-track DVDs, we are still going to be doing sort of multi-trick downloads, but I think physical DVDs have gone. But I've got a couple of questions. So guys, if you've got any questions, guys and girls, that you want to send in to us, send them in. This is a random question for all three of us, so I'm going to let John answer first. Random question: are you three gentlemen shocked or chased? Which do you prefer?
Yeah, clubs, hearts, spades, diamonds, chased.
Yeah. I'm chased.
Yeah, I'm chased.
So 3 for 3.
I wasn't expecting that kind of question.
What was the other one?
Shocked.
Shot.
Yeah, spades,
What's that?
hearts.
Clubs, diamonds. So yes,
You know what? I'm a bit of both actually.
I'm not. I'm definitely chased all the way. I think it's purely because that's what I've always done, and I hate changing because for me it's, you know, if you change it's something else to think about. You know, if you've done chase, then you just know it.
Exactly, and my friend, the genius from Malaga, Danny Duartes, I've seen him talk about this in person at events I've seen him, and also on some of his products, digital products. He always advises to never mess around. If you're going to use a key card, always use the same key card. If you're going to use a small run of cards, say 5 or 6 cards, always use the same run, and so on and so forth. That way you. Because if you change, the chances is, Pete, you're going to mess up, right?
Yeah, that's the thing. Any other hurdle you put in front of yourself, it is just, you know, the thing is with chased, as a magician, if I was to spread the deck, a magician will go, oh, it's in chased. Where a layperson wouldn't. Chased or shocked, both are exactly the same, just a different sequence. But the actual sequence of 4 being together is going to be the same in both. So I don't think any has their, none of them have the edge over the other. They're just the same thing, but in a different order.
Yeah, the finest thing I've ever seen with, chased or whatever, was when I first saw the Cy Stebbins stack system, which is a jump of free, the number three, so 3 of clubs, 6 of hearts, 9 of spades, and queen of diamonds,
Yeah.
I wouldn't mess around with that. I'd keep it. And as you just said, Pete, with layman, you could just literally just spread the cards. You haven't got to hide anything, have you?
No. And there's a few more questions coming.
Yeah, fire them away, boys.
So, guys, if you've got any questions, that was a great question, actually. Someone said, David Blair said, have I listened to the Craig Petty and Lloyd Barnes podcast? I do listen to it, and if you're a listener, David, you might realise that I listen to it while I'm in the shower. So, and there's usually talk about certain parts of me goes into the podcast at some point. We'll leave it there.
I've never heard of them. What, are they new guys I've not seen, or up and coming, or?
It's a great podcast. It is funny. And funny and informative. Oh yeah, someone actually, Magic Man said about the invisible deck, because that's set up a bit weird. I actually reset my invisible deck up when I get one. I set it up in chased.
Have you seen my invisible deck?
Sorry, mate?
My invisible deck.
Oh God.
Here we go.
Right. My turn for a gag. No, I can't be asked. Done enough crap today.
Let me have a look. Which was saying. Oh, someone said, why do you never go to LA?
Who, me or Wayne?
You.
Me? I've never been. I suppose the only time I'd ever go to LA is if I got a booking for the Magic Castle, but the thought of doing 21 or 24 shows in a week, dressed in a suit every day, gives me a nightmare. So that's the only reason, probably.
I've been LA. I love LA.
Yeah, it's huge. I mean, apparently they have 8-lane motorways, or freeways as our American friends call them over there. 8 lanes. Wow. I mean, I don't drive. I mean, even Peter is an experienced motorist. That would probably throw you off, wouldn't it, Pete?
Do you know what? I have been driving for years, but I hate driving. I literally hate driving. I can't think of anything worse. So Jenny does a lot of our driving. I hate it.
Yeah.
Not for me. While we're here, I did manage to do it. There we go. So we got it there. The Do As I Do plumes, only £8, whatever it might be.
£8.72. That's an unusual price. 72 pence.
Yeah.
I've just ordered a set of them as well.
Oh, Wayne's splashing the cash today, Pete.
They are
The thing
great.
is, you look at something like that, like 8x2. I've actually ordered 2 sets, to be honest with you, because I can put one in my kids showcase and one in my parlour showcase. And then if I turn up and there's unexpectedly going to be a couple of kids or something, I've got, I know they're not even with the kids, but if there's going to be kids out, I can get them up and do something with them that is appropriate and looks great. And that's so simple. It's one of those tricks that, you know, you just go, I need to fill a couple of minutes. Oh,
Yeah.
here, let's do this. Get up. You
And
know,
that's a really good point, because Harry got a gig yesterday, a booking, and it was for a wedding, and it's but they said they made a point of saying there's going to be 15 children there. And I said to Harry, like, because Harry's not a kids entertainer, he does close up and mentalism, and I said to him, just make it clear that you're not a kids entertainer, so you won't be, make sure they don't expect you to take the kids away for an hour and be like the babysitter for an hour. Make it clear you are, but something like this is perfect for him to carry, because you get a couple of, if you hit a table with the kids, do this, they'll love it. The kids
You know,
love it.
I've been putting together an idea for a book, but maybe it'd be better to do it like as an academy or as a download or something, where I show the tricks that, because I do a lot of weddings, if people know that, I do a lot of weddings,
You do
and
weddings,
there's always
yeah.
kids there. I do weddings. There's always loads of kids there and stuff, and I don't take the kids off and do a show for them, but I do have tricks and routines that I can do for the kids. And I've always wanted to do something along the lines of like close up for kids type thing. And the adults enjoy it, the kids enjoy it, it's age appropriate and it's fun. And it just makes you look better in the booker's eyes, because again, if you go on my website and look at all the reviews I've got, they all say the same sort of thing along the lines of, he was great with the kids and the adults. He was brilliant with the kids, and the adults loved him as well. And it's always the same, you know, because I end up being a bit like a Pied Piper, and I'm horrible to the kids. I wind them up, I lean on them, put my arm on their head, and just lean on them, and I'm horrible to them, and they love it. They absolutely love it. And I very rarely at weddings have horrible kids, because I think people who complain about having horrible kids at weddings and stuff or family parties is because they're like, oh, I don't do stuff for kids. Yeah. And so the kids get annoyed, you know, well, hang on, you're a musician, do something, you know. Whereas if you treat them with respect, you do a couple of tricks for them, they feel satisfied they've seen something, they bug off and leave you alone. And they do come back, but, you know, if I say to the kid, well, I've done something for you, I'm going to go see some grown-ups now, but if you're good, I'll come back and do some more for you, they're good. They're easy.
I was the same. I'm not a kids entertainer, but when I was doing weddings, I always had, or any sort of gig, always had a couple of tricks that I knew would play well for kids as well. And it was great. And like you said, they follow you around and they become your helpers, you know, which is always great. Right, so we are running out of time, believe it or not. So I want to play this trailer because I played it earlier and we all really liked it. So shall we take a look?
Is this the one that I bought?
Yes.
I love it.
Okay, here we go. great, doesn't it?
Lovely thing.
Can I just say, right, when you first told me you were going to show that trailer today, I wasn't really that interested with it because I thought it was going to be, oh, you stick it on the bottom, it's a bit like a paddle thing, and then you went, no, I don't think it is. And then we watched the trailer, and I realised what it was, and saw the, you know, and how clean it looks, and I was like, well, that's going to go straight in my, you know, in my case. How can I not have it? It's brilliant.
Yeah, it's
so
great.
clean, so pretty, so beautiful.
Yeah. John Williams said he performs haunted key, sponge balls, and card tricks for young people. Sponge balls is great. Haunted key is great. Some card tricks are perfect if they're sort of visual and stuff like that. Talking of haunted key, Wayne mentioned earlier the amazing Tommy Burnett. Tommy, if you don't know, is just like a guru with the haunted key, and fingers crossed he will be here in the studio doing a very special live academy on the haunted key in early November.
Is this the one with just the regular key, Pete? And just
yeah, but he's got so many handlings, like where he puts the key in his hand so that the not the teeth of the key, but the head of the key is sticking out, and he just holds his hand like that, and the key just starts to turn, and he's got so many beautiful moves with it. So we're hoping, the plan is he's going to be here in person in the studio for an evening of haunted key magic. It's going to be hosted, fingers crossed, by our very own Jamie Dawes. And the idea is going to be they're going to share all the techniques with you, and also we're going to have a bit of a brainstorming session where we're going to put together some different presentations as well, and ways for people to do them. So that's going to be, watch out for information on that, because that's going to be a great one.
Will people be able to buy the right kind of key from you, or you just point them in the direction of a shop?
We will have them, because it should, all of the routines and handling should work with any haunted key. But one of our favourites is the Murphy's haunted key. We do have them in stock, and we will have them, you know, if people want to order them. So yeah. So yeah, so if anyone's interested, keep an eye out for that. So we have got, oh, I think your mic, John, has run out of batteries. Someone's just said your mic is off, so bear me 1 second. Let me replace it.
While you're doing that, I'm just going to quickly say again that tonight we have got the Terrifying Taboos, and tickets are still available for that. And it's great because you're not only getting all the instructions for that, but, you know, a great show to watch as well, watching Jamie do his stuff and do his thing. I was very fortunate, was it yesterday when he was in the studio? Sunday, and you showed me a very brief behind the scenes look at what you were doing, and it just looks fascinating. It's going to be an amazing thing, so don't miss out on that. And tomorrow night, if you're in the Wellingborough or Northamptonshire area, I will be at the Magic Room doing a Alakazam lecture, evening of magic for the club. So if you want to come down, drop me a message, or drop the Magic Room a message, and get yourself a seat. It's going to be a great night.
Brilliant. Do you know what else I love about having the control panel up here?
You're not watching cartoons while we're working, are you?
No, I'm not, but I can do stuff like this and literally take you guys round to give you a little look at what there's JC sitting there. So this is sort of half set up. It's obviously going to be a lot darker, but you've got some of Jamie's props over here all set up. Camera here, there's our little kitchen area. So this is the studio, a little behind the scenes look. Let's hope I don't fall over. So you guys can actually see what it looks like. And this is, oh my God, look how messy my control bit is. So that is the control thing. How cool is that?
Very good.
Now, what people don't realise is, a couple of weeks ago, you'd have probably tripped over 5,000 wires on the floor there. And
yeah, 100%. It was, the wires were everywhere. But we got my nephew Jack in, we tidied up all the cables. So yeah, all good. Right, so we've got one more little video to play.
I was just going to say, Pete, next time you do a little tour around the studio, can you open that trapdoor just so I can come out?
No. I'm not. You're not staying out. You're staying
out.
in there. Right, here we go. Last little video, then we'll come back.
This illusion will blow your mind, all right? I'll put these two pieces of sort of sheets together to form a little base right there. And then I'll take this plastic case and just pop it over the top like so. Let me show you as well that there is nothing behind here. And watch the case. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Just like that, we can make the Statue of Liberty appear. Okay, it's a little bit smaller than the original, but that is pretty cool, you got to admit.
Really nice.
I love that. So, Guy,
And Wayne's got one. Is there anything Goodman doesn't have?
and that is called 4D Surprise, and they are back in stock. These are really hard to get hold of. So if you like that, grab one while you can, because a lot of Tenyo stuff goes out of stock and we don't get them in for months and months and months. They turned up on Monday and they're nearly all gone. I think we've got 2 or 3 left. And while you're there, have a look at Mr. Danger.
Oh yeah, that
looks great.
Yeah.
That looks really good.
That looks really good.
So, right, so that's bringing us, guys and girls, to the end of this week's live. I want to thank the amazing John Carey. Thank you very much, John.
Thank you, Peter.
And
take care, guys.
We are going to be going next door, grabbing a cup of tea, and then coming back in and filming in a moment. And I want to thank the amazing Mr. Wayne Goodman. And also, I just want to say, if you are in the US of A, there might be a very interesting little Zoom lecture that myself and Wayne may be putting on. Purely for American magic clubs. There is a reason for it, but more information will be announced when we decide.
I know we were talking about it earlier on, but even if, because I've been talking to somebody over there about doing this for them, but even if they decide not to, I think we should still push on and do it anyway ourselves.
We could do it as an academy.
Yeah.
I mean, it will only really interest our American friends, but I think it will be a very interesting evening, which could end up being very lucrative for all American magicians.
Yeah. Yeah, very much so. Yeah.
Well, we're going to be discussing it. Me and you are away this weekend.
Yeah, I was going to say, we're globetrotting, aren't we?
Yep, we are.
I mean, does Jenny know that we're going to Vegas?
No, she thinks we're going Belgium. But no, we are heading to Belgium this weekend. I am spending 3 hours on a train with Wayne.
Oh, and you're going to love it. I've got so many jokes to tell you. I've got so much stuff to show you.
I made it clear that he has to put every conversational topic down on paper and let me okay it. I don't
like I can't come up with jokes. Like I can't come up with jokes for anything you want to bring up. If I start talking about stamps, I'll come up with a gag for it. If anybody, we should get out a quick bug actually. If anybody is, I know we've got people over, but if anybody is heading towards Brussels, or if you live near Brussels, this Sunday is the Belgian Magic Federation convention in Voorvoorde, just outside Brussels. I hope I said that right. It's looking to be a great day. I'm lecturing. We've got Cyril Harvey from France, and I'm going to apologise now. I cannot remember his name off the top of my head, from Spain. But I've been looking at his stuff, and he's amazing as well. And it looks to be a really, really great one-day convention. And we're going to be hanging around as well, and going out for a few drinks and food afterwards, and You know, so yeah, if you're heading that way or you live in that area, come over and say hello. We'd love to see you.
And I get to see my best mate, Leo Schmetzers. Amazing. Well, no, I'm going with my other best mate, Wayne Goodman.
I have had to make it pretty clear because me and Pete are sharing a room as well. But I won't accept being called Jenny and cuddled in the night.
Oh man, right, we're going to end this before we start saying stuff we're not supposed to be saying. Right, so guys and girls, thank you so much for joining us on this week's AlakazamMagicUK Live. We will be back next Tuesday with another live. I hope you like the new colourful background, the new intro music. We wanted to give it a bit of a sort of jazz up. So,
you know what, I think it's quite nice that like with the seasons changing, it's quite nice to mix it up a little bit. So maybe as we head towards Christmas, it'll change again, and then as we head towards like Blackpool
it usually does with because I've got the Halloween one already set up from last year. So the Halloween one, we have spooky and music, and I don't know if you can see, but I've already got cobwebs behind me, and as you can see behind John, there are cobwebs. So
is that intended, or have you just not been cleaning in there? Because I know
no, this is intended, but
I know you have the clues in the shop to clean up earlier on. But,
no, these are this is intended because obviously we're coming up to Halloween, so we always do it up, and then Christmas. I love it in here at Christmas because we do have our decorate. I'm a big Christmas guy. I love Christmas. We have our little tree up and everything else in the studio, and I love it. So
can I just correct you that I'm the big Christmas guy.
You are. You're the guy. You're the guy.
Right.
So, we're going to be wrapping this up now. So, thank you so much for joining us. If you haven't downloaded the app already, go grab it now. I'm going to leave you with the trailer for tonight's Tackling Terrifying Taboos. Once again, I want to say a big thank you to John Carey for coming in, and look out for his new downloads, which should be going live next week or the week after. And a big thank you to Wayne Goodman. And if you are about near the Magic Room tomorrow, go and see Wayne with his dealer dem, and join him online tonight on Tommy Burnett's Magic Show. I think it's free of charge as well, isn't it?
It is free of charge, yeah, and the Terrifying Taboo should be done by that point. So,
yeah.
So, you know, just go and see that one first, and then come and view us afterwards. The Tackling Terrifying Taboos, of course, is you know, viewable in your accounts as well. I can't think where I'm going with that now.
I'll cut John out because he's already taken all his stuff off.
I thought I saw his shirt coming off there as well. I was like, you're going to see him run past in a minute like a half-naked bloke just running around the studio. I know what he's like.
So, right, I'll leave you with the trailer. Wayne, always good to see you, mate.
See you
Looking
soon. Have a good
forward
day.
to our travels at the weekend.
I'm excited. I am excited. We'll have to see if we can go live a little bit as well, either on the app or just on Facebook or whatever, and maybe do like a little travel journal or something. I think that'd be quite cool.
Oh, that would be great. Let's do it.
That would be great. Not really. That is a little greater.
Oh, do you know what? I just saw one. I don't know where I saw it. I was hoping it was here. I was going to pick it up. I think it must be next door.
Right. I'm always prepared. I carry one of these in my pocket all times.
Right, that's it. We will see you next week. Oh, you found Nemo?
I found Nemo. Oh, right. Dear.
Right, we're going now. See you later, Wayne.
See you later on. Have a good one.
Shh. Listen. Can you hear them? The truth is, they want you gone. Those items you brought, it turns out they were worth a lot more than we all originally thought. It was so sad what happened. It was such a lovely building. I'm so sorry you all had to go through it. But I guess you have come out of it on the other side. Anyway, back to the job at hand. I've been given the arduous task of determining the history of these items and valuing them for you. That's why I summoned you all here today. So let us begin.
For the past 5 years, the AlakazamMagicUK Academy team and I have been putting on an evening dedicated to the strange and the macabre. On this, the 6th year of Taboos, I've taken some of the ideas in previous courses and expanded on them, making them bigger, better, more ambitious and scarier than ever before. Using some classic theatre techniques, some gorgeous handmade props and some video mapping, I've created a truly unique, one-of-a-kind experience. This year I'll be joined with a live studio audience for the performance at the seance table, and then like normal we'll break everything down and the Alakazam team will be on hand to answer any of the questions you might have. So, if you're a Taboos veteran or this is the first time you're coming, I can't wait to see you this year at Tackling Terrifying Taboos 6, You're Dead.